Good morning, everyone. Afternoon, I guess.
Yeah.
I was blessed to sleep in today. So
That's always good.
yeah. And so I'm a little confused on the time.
Yeah.
What time is it?
I don't really get up early too much. And my pets don't help because they all snooze right in with me, until I finally.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Luna likes to wake up at a certain time and get her little treat and run around for a minute in the morning, and then she crawls back into bed.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, I don't have to do the early run with her.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I know. The kitties want me to get up earlier to give them, they all want a temptation. Again, I used to get up, pee, give them a snack, but the dogs stay buried in the bed. And so they just wait for me to come back.
Yep. They know what's up. They're like,
Yeah, and he's just going to go. He's telling him to come up.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good to see you all here. And y'all know why we're here today. We're going to do some animal check-in with our animal kingdom here and see what we can do to help and guide and bring beautiful messages through or fun.
Hi, everybody.
I think I say this on everything that I do on here, but this is one of my favorite things. I always feel so good afterwards. The energy of animals is just so.
I know.
They're just amazing.
And I love when, just the way even their personalities will come through and how some of them have a really strong personality. And it seems to be important that they show their, I don't know. It's really fun.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted there, Mark. T. Barb says, going through closets, so can't chat, but we'll be listening. Debbie, my dog is fine now that the ghosts are gone. Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Do you remember that reading?
Yeah, I do. Now I can't remember the dog's name, but that was the one that kept going, oh, God, they're all coming or whatever around.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and I just love that when somebody gives me a little update.
Yes, we love updates, guys.
Even if you might have to remind me. Yeah. I get it once somebody reminds me, but sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, well, but awesome. I love that.
All right, so I'm starring the questions, guys. Aries says, my dog is so stubborn.
Squatio data. I don't know you, but hi, nice to meet you.
Spirit Seeker says, watching with my Daisy Grace doggy. My companion. Oh. Yay. Hi, Daisy Grace. Welcome to the chat.
My dogs are in here with me, but they both just go into snooze mode. I go, we'll just sleep.
Question. Okay. All right. So we can get started on questions. It looks like we have lots of them coming in already.
Okay.
And all
right. Yeah, you have to do that part. So
I do have to do this part because it's my turn, right? Next week it's your turn.
But I have my little helper. She does it for me.
All right.
On my day.
I know you're lucky. You have.
I'm so distracted. I get so easily discombobulated because I like to read the comments. So it's really hard for me to Mark, stop reading the comment. It's like my guide said you're stubborn.
Okay. All right.
Well, the questions are piling right on in.
They sure are, and I'm just clicking away here. We'll try. So understanding that, this is just a short little reading. If you do want a longer reading and more in depth, like if your little family member needs healing or an extended reading, reach out to Mark or myself, and we can do that at another time. So these are just little short snippets so we can try to get everybody in.
Right.
Right.
And still, guys, with me, I know sometimes because of the way I channel and stuff, it can seem like I'm just me. But just remember that it's always coming from spirit for me. Like that's where it comes from, even though it might seem like it's me. It's not really. It's I'm working with spirit the whole time. So I just want to, make sure everybody knows that, because a lot of times I want to go, how can I do that? How can I do that? And there's different ways, but just for me, I'm working with spirit the whole time. Even though I love animals, always have, and I can talk to them, I'm still working, spirit.
Yes.
And if we do a healing in this, it's a short version. I can't take the time of this format to do a full out, 15-minute healing on an animal. So there's that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Ready, Mark? Ready?
Yep. Ready to go.
Ready. All right. Let's go ahead and look at this question. Lori. Hi, Lori. After such an amazing reading from Mark on Saturday, I'm curious if Clover, my mare, who I saved 12 years ago from an abusive situation, wants to tell me anything. Ooh.
Lori has several horses. I'm assuming that is Clover alive? I mean, you still have her, Lori?
So when we get to your question, make sure you're right on that chat. I understand that there's a delay, of course.
Right.
But we love to, yes, she's still alive. We love to have that shared experience with this.
Yeah.
Hi, ESL. All right. I don't know. Was Clover having an issue with the right front hoof? I wanted to say paw. I guess that's a hoof, right? The right front hoof there.
Yeah, hoof.
Was Clover having an issue with that? Is it a he?
She
is showing me that she's like lifting it up. So either she's saying thank you for taking care of that, or there's something there. She's also leaning in like this with her head to you, touching her head to you. So I feel like she's really, that's just her, if she's doing that to you. But to me, that seems like an endearing, yes, ruined her shoulder, which has caused issues in her leg. Okay, she's showing me that right front leg. So, but she's going like this. She's just like, thank you. Like she's loving on you. She loves you show her extra special care, like treat to her. This is so like amazing. Like you giving her carrots or whatever, these little it's like to her, you're saying that you love her when you do those things. So she's so thankful for that.
She also says she thanks you for recognizing her worth and her value, even though her leg is hurt. She said others would just kill me because of that. And, or put me down is another way. That's the less like kind of funky way to say that. But, and she's so grateful to your heart and your love and connection to horses in particular, Lori. Like she says over the years, she's got to witness you and your relationship with the horses and how big your heart is when it comes to them. She's very grateful that you saw her and saved her from her other owners. She says, I don't even feel owned. I'm more a member of the family here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Debbie. Go ahead.
Oh, she's just saying she hated humans. Lori said that she hated humans.
Yeah, but how's she doing with Lori? She likes her, though, I feel like, a lot.
Yeah, she totally does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was getting too.
Yeah.
Lori says I paid a lot of money for her to save her.
Yeah.
And she knows, and she's trying her best with you, and she has little symbols to you to show you that she loves you and says thank you. So little movements that she does that.
She really hadn't had that experience of that unconditional kind of love back and forth with.
Oh, she said, oh my God, Mark, I love her to bits.
I knew that. I knew you did. And you two got together. But, that was a new experience in this time for her. And she just, that opening, that love energy from a human was really, really so healing for her. And boy, is she appreciative of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to be.
Beautiful.
I was trying to see if she knew you before, but it's not coming through this time right now anyway.
It took her 10 years. Yeah, she had a lot of PTSD to work through.
Poor baby.
Yeah. So, what she's showing me here with this Lori is literally fragmented. She was totally fragmented. So your consistency and love towards her kind of had, it's kind of like, if you've known anybody who grew up in a violent home, and it takes them a while, to feel loved or accept, they're fragmented. It's the same with this beautiful horse. She was fragmented, and that love that you continued brought her together.
It healed that part of her, and it healed that thing.
Yeah.
She says, my legs still might show what I came from, but the inside you fixed or healed.
Totally.
With your love. She keeps saying love over and over and over. The love, like this open heart love energy. It's giving me goosebumps all up and down my.
Totally. He says, Debbie, I'm crying now. I just left a narcissistic relationship. Yeah. So you've both been through a lot, Lori. We are giving you a big hug, all of us.
Yes, and I'm not laughing. Sometimes I laugh at inappropriate times. It's not at that. It's that realization that every time we do these, someone's go, well, now I'm crying. It's like when I was with Andrea, everybody bawled like through half of it. So I was like, okay, well, here we go.
All right. I know. It is. It's so.
And they're very emotional animals. It touches your heart and stuff, and it does make tears come. So.
Good morning. Hi, Yvonne. Good morning to you. I kind of have an emergency question. My daughter has 2 cats. They got along for a long time, and now all of a sudden they're not getting along. And I'd like to know why the change.
Marilyn, I cry through these sessions almost every time.
Yeah.
I know. It's kind of like emotion and nature sometimes go hand in hand. And I can just cry at the drop of a leaf sometimes.
Me too.
So, I giggle and laugh at recognition because I just cry at the slightest little, so.
I'm
laughing with you.
Laughing and crying. They literally are the same. It's
right.
Very similar happening. It just
exactly.
All right. So these two babies. I feel there's been a shift in one of them. I feel is there male? We need some names and male, female. That would be helpful.
That would be very helpful.
But I'm seeing an older male energy on one of them. The male one had a shift in kind of like dementia, but a shift, and started to get a little bit paranoid. And what do you call that when you're protecting your area?
Mm-hmm.
That word.
Kind of like.
There you go. There it is. Yeah, so a little bit protective because that little shift. And I don't want to say full on dementia, but there's been a shift in the chemistry there. So Yvonne, if you could let us know male, female names, that helps to connect into their energy. Because
does your daughter have a roommate or a partner or somebody there?
Territorial. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I got that. See, I love our family here. They help me with all my words.
Yeah, I know, but the thing about the territory, it seems like it's just come up.
Yeah.
Come up now. So there's something that's creating that out of the.
So that one, I don't know. We'll see. She might not be here anymore.
Yeah, I know, because it's weird, because I pulled that card right when you were talking about that, about defending their territory.
Yeah.
And, that's that defensive card, or standing up.
Yvonne?
You don't seem to be here.
Yeah. So anyways, if she comes back to look, and I'm going to be, we're going to be asking now if you're still here. I thought for sure Yvonne would still be here. But so in the rewatch, just I do feel that there's been some. Okay, she's still logged in. There's been some shift chemistry wise, and it could be from if there's been a change in the people, like you said, Mark, or what. But there's been something. Okay, Vaughn's here. Yeah, the older black cat. They're both females. Is the one that's attacking the litter. Well, okay, so the older black one, who has that more. So, she's like has that more control feeling to her. That would be where I got the male. Not that all males are controlling.
That's right.
But yeah.
I happen to be, but not all. There's something, though, like I do see that, and it's making the little one feel left out a little bit and worried, because I get the 9 of Swords and also the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like that little one's feeling displaced a little bit. But here's the thing. Why? Let me see if I can tune in to the big cat. Well, there's a little bit of jealousy happening or something like that. And all of a sudden it feels like that so it's kind of turned into where the smaller one is getting more attention or something. So emotionally, or it's upsetting the other one, and they're sort of at odds. But it's something about the household dynamic, or I don't know if there's a roommate or something, or if there's been a shift in roommates or something like that. But somehow the big cat's trying to make the little cat feel like the way it feels, which is pushed aside. So now it's pushing the little. you know, if that makes any sense at all. Somehow, there's been some kind of displacement going on. Because they were doing just fine, unless it is medical, you know.
I think we're feeling I feel like, Mark, we're feeling a perfect storm with this one. Like there's been several dots in a row here it has created this, and she's like, why all of a sudden? Well, because, you know, with that chemistry changing in her brain, wherever that came from, along with some shift of love and care that she's used to.
Right.
And even if the person says, well, I still do, you know, and she still gets her treat at this time and like that and like this, that doesn't matter. They literally feel your energy. They know what you're putting out, you know?
Right.
So if her, like if her mama is like having to deal with other things, and because I'm feeling there's some, I don't know if your daughter's going through something or if there's some like painful issues going on right now. Like there's some deep sadness. Like this is like a perfect storm going on. And that's why it's kind of like all of a sudden.
Right, because it's somehow related to the people in the house.
Yeah. There's something
that's kind of made something out of balance.
Yeah. So,
and it might be that the one cat is more of a holding cat and stuff like that. And so then maybe if, you know, you're having emotional stuff like we all do all the time, she might be spending more time with you, and then that's making the other one upset or something somehow. I don't know if that's very helpful. It sounds kind of confusing. But I just feel like give the bigger cat more attention would be the quickest solution.
Yeah. Yeah. And also give her own little area that's specially hers, and let her know this is special to you. Here's your special. And because we recognize that you are the queen of the house and this is for you, and we honor that, like that type of thing would be helpful here with her.
I agree.
But we're sending her love and light and okay, as she where did I see? Oh, I want to see the pillow behind you.
The pillow?
Yeah, underneath.
Oh,
yeah, that one.
Yeah, pan pillow.
Pan pillow. Let's see that up close. We want to see it up close.
If I can get it.
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Fox and rabbit. And he's playing a flute under the moonlight. I know, isn't it cool?
Very cool.
Yeah. I know. I found it one time online, and of course I had to get it. My little doggy's right behind me too. She said, "Would you stop mashing me?"
All right. So Ocean View, if you're still here, let us know. And we need to know a little bit more about Jesse and Dakota. They
both passed. Jesse and Dakota.
Are we cats? Are we dogs? Are we goats?
Goats. I know. I'm kind of getting dog, but then it's always hard to know. Okay, Jesse is female. Dakota is male. Thank you, Ocean View. Are they doggies?
All right. They're both passed. Dogs. All right.
See, I have to do that because it helps me to know, like, you know, my first thought was dogs, but then I go, well, unless they're cats. so then I start doubting it.
Right. That's what happens to us. We're on the side, we're like,
even though I'll get a hit right away, and I'll go, yeah, I think they're dogs. Watch me do the whole reading about dogs, and then they go, they were goats. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Precious.
They were brother and sister, and they both passed.
Oh, Dakota. Dakota, she felt you made her feel very pretty. Like, you know,
I love that.
she just felt very pretty, and you helped. You always, I feel like you said that to her a lot. You're so pretty. She felt very pretty. She may have had issues with her teeth or something, but she still made her feel very pretty. Thank you for keeping them together.
Yep, I get that. They came as a team.
Yeah.
As a couple, even though they're brother and sister, but they were like a unit, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're showing me like conjoined twins, but they were, you know what I mean? Like they just totally connected.
And kind of like two sides of the same coin, like heads and tails. They sort of like perfectly fit one another or balanced one another.
She said, yeah. The Ocean View says yes.
Oh, good. That gave me, cold chills, that idea that they came to be together, and they're so thankful that they were together. Because, some people would have split them or separated them, but they were glad they got to grow up together. I feel like they may have had some kind of little bit of a genetic issue that, how old were they when they passed Ocean View? Yeah, they did everything together. Yeah. That togetherness thing is a big thing for them. Their soul came to do that. Feels like they may not have lived quite as long as we might have expected, because there may have been some kind of genetic thing. I feel like they passed pretty close together. Oh,
Dakota died early at 5. Tragic.
5 years, and Jesse died at 17. Oh, okay. They didn't go together.
Jesse, 17. It's so funny because
Dakota's energy, because they keep showing me that we're together, we're together, we're together. So I feel like it stayed there with Jesse, energetically, or like a little spirit, and continued around with the other one. Did I interrupt you, Debbie?
No, I'm just writing in the chat that the list is closed because we have 18 questions.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think Dakota visited with Jesse. Yep, I do too. I think
absolutely,
and hung around quite a bit.
Yeah, because I it's so weird because I don't feel that Dakota was not there ever. You know what I mean? I feel like in spirit they stay together. Jesse has a very feminine feel to him as well.
Yeah, it's interesting because they just keep wanting to say that thing about that they were sort of twins or two pieces of one thing, and that she did hang around there because they were companion souls. So even though, she was in spiritual form, he was in physical, they still hung out together. And I feel like when it was when he passed, you know, she was right there to go with him, like to take him too. It was like they went together, but she is already in spirit form. But it's like she was right there going, here, I'm going to help you, go with you, or something like that. Do you have a dog now? I heard his nails on the floor.
I heard Dakota sniffing under the doors. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's around.
Craig, Mark's YouTube channel is in the description. But also, Mark, if you want to share your channel.
I don't think I'm able to put it in there.
I think Bims is here. She can.
Yeah. Just if you just type in Spirit Whisperer, or you can put Spirit Whisperer Mark, it'll come up on YouTube. It'll also just come up on Bing or whatever, Google.
Ocean View says, oh, thank you, Vivian.
No, I never got another one. Mm-hmm.
Never got another one. I understand that completely. When you give so much love and then it's painful.
Yeah.
Jesse just feels so solid for you. Just what an amazing, calming companion.
Yep. Their energy's still close to you. I mean, it's like
thank you, everyone.
It was gone there for a while. Oh yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for putting my channel in there. I really appreciate you so much. Yeah, I'll be like my channel. Sorry. Thank you. Anyway, what was I saying? They were they're still around you, and I feel like that one in particular, Jesse, you know, because he was with you longer and everything, but they're still around you there. So I don't know. You might have been thinking about a dog all of a sudden, or maybe I should get another dog after a period or something. But anyway, I feel like they're kind of whispering in your ears a little bit. Jesse is.
Jesse, I feel like he's really he's saying he's sorry he had to go. If it was up to him, he would have stuck around longer. He felt a real connection to you. I feel you've had him in other forms, or not other form, but he definitely, you know, we're talking about little soulmates between the two of them, but Jesse has a real deep connection to you. And I feel he just is saying, I wish I could have stayed longer. He said he knew that it would be hard when he left, but had already, I feel like you had moved into a season that was kind of hard already. And part of his job was to help you when you were going through hard things. And so he just felt like it was not a good time when he left, because it was right in the middle where you were already going through some hard things. So he's saying, I'm sorry. He wished he could have stayed to help you through that time. But he said that that he and Dakota in spirit were totally around you to help you through that season, whatever that was going on at the time that he passed. So he wanted to tell you and that they'd still come around you whenever you're going through things to help with that, because that was their job when they were here. So.
Right. And there was something you said just then that a little bell went off, but now I forgot what it was. Oh, well. But Ocean View says, thank you. Yes, I have been. And I think that's to the question of, have you been thinking about, maybe I should get a dog? And I think that's what that answer is.
Yeah.
Because he is kind of whispering about maybe,
coming back.
Yeah, it's time for us to reunite. And if that's something, and if you've already been thinking about it, which is why I asked you that question, you know, Oh, and then you know, the rushes go up and down my back. That's the one thing about me doing these readings. I have constant cold chills and rushes up and down my back all the time. You know, that's something to go ahead and think about a little more seriously and give him permission to return.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he had a nice long life.
He did. He did.
At 17. So even though he was like, oh, I wish I could have been longer, it kind of was.
She said she would get 2 again. Yeah.
Yeah, well, even better.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Plus, dogs like to be in pairs.
They do. They do.
Yeah, you know,
that companionship is so important.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We better move quickly.
Blessings to you, Ocean View. All right. Does my sweet Tyler have a message for me? Okay, so tell us a little bit about Tyler.
I know people I think they're, you know, trying to get their question in. But
I know. It's like
they don't take the time to like give me a lot of. So all right. Tyler was a goose.
Let us know you're still here, Ellen, and tell us a little about Tyler.
Here she is. Here, Tyler was my sweet mixed terrier.
Oh, we were together for 15 years. He adopted me. He passed in 2010, but I still miss him and think of him every single day. I hear you.
Little mixed terrier. Yeah.
All right.
No, that's great. You're welcome, Ocean View. I know. Well, isn't it great how animals can just make such an impact on our lives? In a short period of time, relatively, you know, considering how long we live, and they just make this impact that's not easily let go of, you know, you just still hang on to that love. Tyler.
He was such a joy. He found joy out of everything. You know, he's showing me with his, you know, in the car with his head out the window, one of those type of deals with paws up, heads out the window, just joy. He kind of reminds me of he didn't mean to. He's saying, I didn't mean to get into messes, but I just kind of everywhere I went, I kind of created messes, and he's just like, and he didn't mean to, but so he's kind of bringing that in. But he was such a joy, and he said he found his perfect match with you. Because it was like you understood him. You must have had some ability to communicate with him because you understood him.
He was like a little spitfire, you know. He had lots of little energy and stuff. It's like Tyler, the little tiger. He's almost like, I don't know if you ever called him that or something, but he's like fun and playful, but he could act like a little wild hooligan or something sometimes, like in a playful way. You know what I mean? Like, and just be little frisky and very funny. I feel like he made you laugh quite often.
He loved going everywhere and anywhere I went. Was quiet and such a sweetheart. He seemed to understand me.
Oh,
he thinks you understood him too. There's quite the.
Look at that. It's so cute.
Yeah, his link with you.
Oh, she said my sister called him Tiger.
Oh.
I know that's interesting because I could see almost somebody calling him that, you know, like him saying, I answered to Tiger sometimes because he has quite a little personality. I feel like, you know, you would laugh because he would be so personable or so, you know, like you say, when your sister came to visit, you know, he would be all about her or something.
He was in love with the dog next door.
Oh, I love that.
Oh.
Oh, so, but is there a message? More of a message? Let me just see.
Okay, so he's showing me, he's guiding me out to, like, and this is metaphor, I feel, but he's guiding me out to this empty doghouse. He's like, it's time. It's time. Yeah. So he's kind of, I don't know if he's giving you like permission or just saying it's time. It's time to fill that metaphoric doghouse up.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, before I started tuning into animals in this way, and, you know, it's been like 30 something years now, but I wouldn't have thought of it as much. But in all this time, you know, I keep seeing it more and more. And it makes really sense when you think about it. These souls that come in as pets and they want to be our companions and our familiars and our friends in the animal kingdom, they will return because they don't live as long as we do. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the soul wants to be your companion for an extended period, not just that once. And sometimes they'll meet us when we're little, kind of make a bond when we're a kid, and then want to return once we've established as an adult. But they've kind of made that bond. They could only live so long. We had to grow up a little bit, and then they wanted to return to us when we're kind of settled, but they've already made this bond, and it's sort of like that. And so I see that more and more. And so now I'm like going, boy, almost every time. But it's because we're more conscious as humans. You know, we're waking up to that idea, and the animals keep going, yeah, I can come back. I can come back. You know, they can do it. Mm-hmm. Did you see that movie about that dog? It was a great movie, and it was just about one soul, and he kept coming back.
No.
Oh, it was such the greatest movie. Of course, I cried the whole time because
that's the reason probably why I didn't watch it.
But it wasn't really sad. It was just my life story. Kind of, I was going, oh my God, this is what I constantly tell people. And plus, the dog, when it started, his first life was with the little boy, and then in the end, he re-upped again with his first owner, and then that owner recognized him. And
I think I read the book.
Yeah, it was a book.
Okay.
But he goes through all kinds. Like once he's a service dog, and then he's just a cute little puppy dog. You know, all these. I don't know. It's very moving, and it's very interesting that book and that movie came. You know, because it's all this synchronized thing, and I know what's happening. I don't know why I had to go off.
It's called A Dog's Journey.
Oh yeah, Dog's Journey.
Yeah, and Kevin says, I just had a reading for a lady wanting to hear from her dog, and he told me if she ever decided to get another dog, that he would come back to her. Wow, that's
right. It's because we're more open to hearing it.
Yeah.
You know, I think, and then this just because, well, the other thing is it's probably already they're doing it, but we're just not as aware. So the animals are probably already returning. Yeah. And now we're more aware of it, so we can be more of a part of it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So Ellen says, yeah, he broke my heart when he passed. So she's afraid to get another one. It's so I hear you. My Emma. All right. So blessings to you, Ellen. And we are here. Carol, good morning. Good morning, Carol. Is my little tuxedo cat from a past life with me? We're so in tune with each other. Tuxedo cat.
So it's a soul from a past life, and you think it's with you now, and it's a tuxedo cat, right? You're wondering if it's like a reincarnation of a cat you knew before? Is that what you're getting?
Oh, okay. I'm like, I was trying to like, how do I?
Yeah, I know.
This one. Okay, so thank you, Mark.
I think that's what that is, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering if your present cat is a reincarnation of a cat you had in a past life, okay. Well, I need to know its name.
I do. So I feel like
Male Pee-wee. That's his name, Pee-wee? If it is, I love it. Right, male Pee-wee. Okay.
Okay. I feel like he's showing me that he was actually a female cat in a past life, but he's showing me a very tall, like more of a, I feel like a Siamese feel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know all the breeds, but I have a sense of the Siamese look.
Mm-hmm.
Very regal, very regal feel.
Pee-wee.
But yes, that's the life that he's showing me, is that the time when he, so you would have been in this past life for you, you would have been someone of influence. How do you say that? You had money.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, okay.
And he said you had a telepathic communication then as well. And that's why it seems so easy to read his mind now. Because you learned to do that, or you practiced doing that before with him, her. Seeing what else he wants to
So
say.
he's kind of saying, he's talking about some of the same things that you're working on, that you were working on in that past life that you're working on now, is some of the same connection. That's part of his purpose, right? To help you. He kind of he's showing me in metaphor, but batting you back onto your path. Like sometimes you get distracted off your path or something, and he helps direct you. And you're like, how does he do that? Well, again, Mark is talking about this ability to kind of communicate, and so there may be some influences there that he influences that energy and helps you kind of, if you get distracted over here or whatever, it kind of helps with that regulation, almost like like a service animal would, but it's more helping you with what you want to learn and grow in. So it's good. There's some layers to this. It's very interesting, Carol. I've not ever seen this before. And this whole energy sharing that you're doing with tuxedo, and then this past life connection is showing this past life connection as well. So I feel that there's continued purpose here for you and your own personal growth. Yeah.
Yeah, and he keeps saying, and let's focus on this lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
And me now. Carol, I don't know if you practicing meditation or just, I don't know, maybe a few moments in the morning with coffee or something where you just contemplate, life or you connect with God or something like that. But I feel like he's encouraging you to do that more and more regularly. And he likes to be in that meditative space with you. So it feels like there's some, spirit calling to you. And he's wanting you to listen and pay attention, he's saying, in the way that you can commune with me. You can commune with this guidance. And I don't know, I feel like he's saying, let's focus on this and do this now. He is here to help you, and he will help you in that way. He can kind of join with you. Like my dog right here sitting on me, joining with me as I'm, tuning into Pan, and she helps me by grounding me and stuff like that. So it looks like something like that going on. Oh, I do contemplate in the morning with coffee. Yeah, he likes that time period, and he would like you to even.
He sits with me, intense, loving gaze.
Aha! Yeah, that's what he's telling me and showing me, and that he loves that time. And here I go again with the old goose flesh off the back. And he says, the way you commune with me, you can also commune with spirit guidance, because there's like a guide or God kind of going nick, 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 knocking on you a little bit. So, that's great. I love that.
Beautiful. Enjoy that. Blessings to you, Carol.
I love when the animals tell me some big old long story that you feel like, well, why would you even? And then she says, yeah, I have coffee. And he sits and stares at me. Okay, well, that was pretty much the story he was telling me. God, it's so funny, so cute. Okay.
Okay. Does my Jack dog have a message for me? Jack.
Are you here, Tasha? Jack dog.
Tasha, let us know you're here.
He's still here, right? I think. I don't think he's passed, but I don't know. I feel like he's here, though.
Well, if he's not here, he's definitely strong in spirit here.
I know, because it takes us a while to get through. So I realize how somebody might put a question in, and then
they're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, or something.
That's all good, but we just need to know. Sorry, Tasha. Yeah. Just let us know you're here.
Yeah, but I'm never upset with you or anything for that.
No, not at all. Not at all. We just want to make sure to read those who are still here. Okay, Mim says Tasha is still logged in.
Yeah, it takes a while sometimes just to. Anyway, let me see if I can just see. Well, I feel like he's here, so I'm going to go from that point.
I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? If they're here or not, we just bring in the message.
Right.
But I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, anything from Tasha.
Okay.
Well, the image I'm getting right away that just shows me is that little. So it's kind of like a smaller dog, but jumping up. Come on, come on, come on. Like, let's go, let's go. So like that would make me feel like, he's saying, let's go on our adventure. And I like to do that. He says every day. But a little, trying to get you to get up and go or something like that.
He also is talking about, he knows he made it a little bit harder as far as mess goes. He kind of, but, and cleaning up all the time, he knows he made it a little bit harder on you. And so he's thankful that you still loved him so much. And that you do love him so much. I just see slobber everywhere and having that extra cleaning, but you still just love him to death. So he's so grateful for you for that. So blessings to you, Tasha. And I don't think she's here, but maybe she watches. She'll see that.
Got a couple of little things there.
Mm-hmm. All right, Vivian. Vivian, let us know you're here. Thank you, Michelle, my bill. Help with Cat Irwin, please. Too hyper. Please calm down energy. Okay, so Vivian has Irwin, who
adopted Irwin with his 3 siblings.
Vivian's here. Thank you, Vivian.
They are 9 months and very sweet. Yeah, I got right away. It's still a kitten. Because 9 months is still a kitten, really.
Mm-hmm. They're 9 months old and very sweet. Okay, but Irwin's a little bit over the top with his energy, huh?
Some of that will calm down, sort of, with as he gets a little bit older. But he's still like the she's calling him hyper, but the kind of instigator, or the come on, he wants them get up and stuff like that. I don't want to rest. He's kind of the little, you might think of as a troublemaker, but not really. He's just a kitten going, let's play. And he has a lot more of that sort of, that's more his personality than the other ones. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do feel that it's just going to take him a little bit longer. I just really feel like he's going to, really grow into that older cat that is just really, kind of a really good leader.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like he's growing into his brain. Like he's just a little bit behind.
Yeah.
His chemicals, like whatever's going on, it's just not quite connected. But once he connects, he's going to be like this brilliant leader, is what I get.
Yep. That's what I always call kitten brains and puppy brains. Their brains haven't quite matured yet, and so they're still like goofy little kitten puppies, and they don't quite have control of everything. They're just like, they just go on impulse sometimes, stuff like that.
It's kind of what I'm being shown here is when you have that brilliant child, like a human child, that brilliant, and it's like sometimes it just takes those brilliant ones a little bit longer to connect in everything, because it's just so much going on. So, but he will connect in, and he's just going to be just solid for you. He's kind of connecting into why he's here with you. And he will be here to help absorb some of your human experience that you face here, Vivian. When we go through things in this life and we have emotions that feel like we're carrying alone, he says, no, I'm here to help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be carrying emotions and be that solid piece for you in years to come. So beautiful.
Yeah, and I think he's happy to be alive. I do too, and that's some of that expression he does, because he says, "I'm not hyper, I'm just happy." It's sort of I'm happy, and so he has a lot of personality. And like that other comment you said, you just think he gets on his siblings' nerves. Yep, I think so, probably, because they don't have quite that. What is it? What's that word in French? Joie de vivre, or like love of life or something. She also said he does everything as if it's for the first time every time. And that's his kind of way to be. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Those babies. Okay. Love you, Irwin. We're sending you love and light and calmness.
Yes.
To help you get there.
Yes, Donald Ware, raccoon could be your spirit animal. That's just a quick yes answer to that.
Okay, so Tasha, let us know you're here still.
We already did that question, and she wasn't here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Someone's paying attention.
I go on there twice. I know it does that on mine too, where I just did this.
I just did that one. Okay, here is
grooming.
Giselle. Are you still here, Giselle? Let us know you're still here. We have such a big list. That's why we're making sure you're still here.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. All right.
Gretel, Schnauzer.
Gretel. Oh. So if you know you have a question in and you know we're going to ask, just kind of be on it.
Yep.
Thank you, Gina, for posting that.
Well, we can go on to the next one and just don't exit out. And
Right, I won't delete her,
back.
but we'll come back if we see you, Giselle.
And Michelle says she doesn't see her still logged in, so
Okay.
she's here.
Okay. All right.
Freckles.
How about Spirit Seeker? And then the next person after Spiritual Seeker is Melinda Dutcher.
Melinda's there. I see her right now. So
okay, so Melinda, we know you're here. So is Spiritual Seeker still here? Yeah, I see Melinda. Okay, Spiritual Seeker. I guess this is just part of making sure. Sorry, everyone. Okay. All right. We'll do Melinda's.
Yeah, we'll just go to Melinda.
And go from there. And then the next one after Melinda is Aries Rainbow. And after that is Debzy. And after that is Carol S. So keep in mind, if you're here, to be on it to let us know you're here. You can even let us know you're here now, so we know when it comes up. So we're not waiting, I guess. Okay. Melinda. Hello. Baby kitty is name. Baby kitty is name. Beautiful black kitty. Lost, now found, was outside 2 months, found 2 weeks ago, was loving and feeding. He finally followed me in. The other animals and
yeah, to get along.
Oh. Okay.
Is that the question? Do you want to know if it'll be able to get along with your other animals? Is that it, Melinda?
Carol and Deb are still both here.
Little kitty, you found him outside. He was lost and found him 2 months and found 2 weeks ago. Yes, that's what she wants to know. Okay.
Finally followed me in.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so how are they going to get along? So I think I really, I mean, right up, Mark. I'm getting that yes, they're going to get along, but he's bringing in smells and energies of the outside that they're not used to. So it's not him that they're kind of leery about. It's all the energy and smells he's brought in. And I feel like if you do like a little bit of a cleansing with him, a little ceremony type cleansing, whether, I mean, you don't have to use sage, but maybe just a stone or something, just something that you've put your intention in. Cause sage that'll scare him, but something else, something other, like a prayer time or, that type of thing where you put intention of cleansing and releasing anything that he has carried in or has attached him. Cause he's actually a real sweet boy, and things will attach to sweet boys, sweet little kitty boy,
yeah,
sweet little cats of any kind. But they'll recognize this sweetness in him and his openness, because he is quite an empath. And I feel like that's why he's with you in your home. He's going to help you with your empath abilities. So he's important. He's an important piece, but he needs to be released, that other energy that kind of has attached to him. So once you release it, I feel you're going to see a difference with the other animals you have towards him, because it's not him that they are reacting to. It's what he's brought in.
There'll be a little bit of a time there where they're teaching him how to be a family member according to their rules. So, the established household already has their little stuff all worked out, the animals there. And so they're going to teach him that. But he's really willing to learn, and he just wants to join in. So he's going to learn the lessons. But they might boss him, fuss at him a little bit. But all that ultimately to get him to be into the family unit, they say. And he's just like, whatever, he's just going to learn and join in.
Yeah.
He's a little fella too, so he's still, but he's so much, and much rather be here than out lost in them.
Yeah, too much for an impact.
No, that was bleh. This is a lot better, and he likes it. And of course, when you're holding him, Melinda, that's just consoling him. That's also helping him get rid of some of that emotional anxiety that he had when he was losted,
Yeah.
trying to find home. So, and so he likes that. And, when you're doing that, you tell the others, oh, he needs a little extra attention right now because, he had a hard experience. Because that helps them, go, oh, yes, it's good he's getting extra attention, rather than, why is he getting the attention? Because sometimes they go, well, that new energy needs to learn some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when you're just giving him extra energy, which is great and which is what he needs, you're explaining to the other kids, oh, look, we got to give the baby extra energy.
Yes.
And so that they get that too.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Oh, he got scared and snuck out. That's how he got lost. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Here we move. Well, blessings to Melinda. Okay, I'm going to go boom, boom, boom. And here we go. All right. How do you get spirits to leave?
To
leave your dog alone. So that's in your power to do. And, creating safety and putting up boundaries, spiritual boundaries for your whole home, and, higher, you're putting your intention of, that higher vibrational, loved ones can come through and higher vibrational, but, you're literally putting that intention and guidelines for your whole home. And you're doing it also for your dog, who is also a sensitive. So to also empower your dog as well. You didn't say he, she, or name or anything like that, but so to help empower your dogs too. Say, you can put up your own boundaries here, and you're the boss over these spirits. So, talk, pull them into the conversation. Talk soul to soul there. But literally you can create a bubble. You're intentionally putting bubbles. You can ask your spirit team, and look, we have my little spirit team showing up now.
Hi, Luna. Yep. Well, you're not here, Aries, and I don't know the dog's name. So I'm getting stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to give it.
Okay. So she's not here. Okay. Yep. I thought I saw her. Interesting.
Well, she was here, but I don't know. The stuff I was getting was a little bit weird. So
okay. And take on Debzy. And then Carol. All right. So
Debzy's here. There she is.
Yeah. Debzy is for sure here. Okay, my Squeakers kitty, who was about 18 years old, got out on December 2020 I never came home. Did someone take him in, and is he still alive? Okay, so I'm getting right away the words walkabout. Does that mean anything to you, Mark?
Well, I think he left to pass.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Walkabout.
Yep.
It's like a journey of your own, going on your own journey.
Still alive. I don't think anybody got him. I think he just separated himself for you to pass away, because they do that a lot of times. They will go off on their own if they're able to and just die alone. One of my kitties tried to do that with me, where I knew she wasn't feeling that great. And then all of a sudden she wasn't in the house. And then I didn't like it. So I meditated and asked her, please come back home. I would rather you die in the house because I don't like not knowing. And so then she came back in the house and passed away, right? Just came in and passed away. And I think she was probably under the house maybe. But anyway, I know that they'll do that. That's sort of an instinct, is to go away. And I feel like that's what he was doing. Yeah, I get that he was an indoor kitty and was never out. But this is one of those kind of, where spirit kind of steps in and makes a circumstance. It was no accident that he got out.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew what he was doing, and he knew it was his time. He was sad also to make that separation, that transition too. He also understood the sadness that it would be if he was there and the trauma that it might produce. He is so grateful. You treated him like a king, he says. And even like special food or something. He's showing me like a separation of food, and the care you took of him and the life that you gave to him. I feel, did you rescue him, or did you have him since he was a kitten? I feel a sense of gratefulness there. So that would, but anyway, he's just so, you blessed him so much, and he hopes that.
Yeah, she had him since he was a kitten.
A kitten, okay.
And he had special food.
He got special food. Okay, so he feels that why he came, and that shared energy that you guys had came to full circle, and that he was successful in his job. And so when he comes again to you, it'll be for some new reasons. So it's for other things. But so when he comes, and he's saying, when I come to you again, it'll be for a whole new season that we have together. So that's what I'm getting over here.
And don't feel guilty, Deb, about that, because, he wasn't out there wandering around and stuff for a big, long period of time. I feel like maybe part of a day, kind of, but he found a place, like a little height, where he could go in or under, and then just peacefully passed. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like it was that was the time. And for some reason, well, it's a natural instinct for cats to sometimes leave their family and go off on their own. So he just felt, once he was out there, oh, this is what I do. Because as I was talking about that, I get the death card, and that to me is saying it was his journey, his way of passing, and it's no need to feel, guilty about it or anything like that, because I feel like Spirit stepped in and did that kind of a thing. And he didn't want to be with you when he passed for some reason.
Exactly. The trauma of it.
Yeah.
He's trying to avoid that. And he was not taken by the coyotes.
No.
Giving you a big hug, Deb.
Thanks for the question, Debzy. Okay.
Carol, does my horse Frisco have a message for me? So is Frisco still here?
I don't know. Did we do Carol already today?
I don't know.
For some reason that seems familiar. My horse Frisco have a message for me. Carol, are you still here?
I had my young male horse Frisco 35 years.
My early 20s.
In my early 20s for 5 years.
35 years ago.
To start my adult life. Learned he was put down shortly thereafter. So sad. Is he around me still? Oh, yeah.
Frisco was his name. Thank you, Carol Stoliker. Yeah, it's the other Carol S.
Frisco definitely you two meant a lot to each other. He feels you were like you understood him like no other human. Like you had an understanding. Like you could look, he'd be startled so easy or whatever, but when you were with him, you were together. You fed your energies intertwined so nicely together. That 5 years, I know you think he was with me for 5 years, but to him it was like forever. So it was like a lifetime with you that was important to him and you. No regrets, he says. Don't have any regrets. Don't feel you need to let that go, he says. If there's any regret of having to release him, he understands. He says you're I don't know if you ever did horses again, but if you he says even if you can't ride horses anymore or whatever it is right now in your life, Carol, just go and be around them because you really have a almost like he keeps calling you kind of like a horse whisperer. So you have that energy in you just to be around and bring calmness and Reiki or energy healing to horses. I kept his saddle in my home office for energy. Oh, yeah, Carol. Yeah, that intertwining he talks about a lot.
I agree with what Debbie said about that 5 years with you was the time that was his life, or that's what he came to experience, was that 5 years, and to him, it's like that was a lifetime. I don't feel him around you specifically. I do feel the energy of horse, like the group energy.
Yeah.
And an appreciation for horses and like, a spiritual connection to the group. He's kind of telling me that his soul hadn't intended on a super long earth experience. And it was a kind of meant to be a shorter time frame with you. I feel like his energy will come if you wanted to call on it, but more what the energy I see around you is that group consciousness more so than his individual energy.
Yeah. It's so important, Carol, that message right there. Because I feel like there's something that you will continue. I don't know. It's just, you're stepping into this, but you know, like you said, thank you. I will visit horses to help them. That's part of this whole collective thing that Mark and I both just tapped in for you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Blessings to you, Carol.
Yeah.
I think we have time for one more.
Okay. We did a lot.
We did a lot. We did get through quite a bit, you guys.
And the time goes flying past, guys. I tell you.
It really does. It really does. So is Joanne still here?
Joanne.
Let us know, Joanne, if you're still here. After that is Sleuth Jill, then Aries Child. So if Joanne's not here, Sleuth Jill and Aries Rainbow Child, let us know if you're still here, just so we can get to. Oh yeah, Joanne Hall is here. So
hi, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Nice to have you here. Our past dog Daisy is our past dog Daisy around and bugging our new dog Roxy,
who's 80 pounds smaller
than Daisy.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, Roxy.
Daisy bugging Roxy.
I see Daisy, but Daisy would go to her regular spot. I can just see her going over, boom, 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 and then plopping down in her spot. The only time that there would be a problem is if Roxy wants to go and be in that spot that Daisy is in spirit, kind of goes over and kind of continues to be in that spot. Her energy is there, strong energy there. So that might be the only time, but she doesn't purposely go looking for Roxy to create havoc. The only time I feel like this is what I'm seeing anyways, Mark, is her going over to her spot. And if Roxy goes over in that direction, then there might be some trouble.
And her coming to check in on you, Daisy, and see how this new dog is doing, because they're not the same dog. I don't get it's the same spirit, you know. But she comes in to a little bit like supervising or like look, you know, checking out to see. And so occasionally she might go, no, that's not the correct way, a little bit. But that's not going to be a permanent thing. So she came in to check in. She's seeing how it's all going. She occasionally tells Roxy to do it this way, something like that. But it's, you know, she's not intentionally kind of bugging her. It's more of like a little bit of guidance. But Roxy says, thank you. But I'm here now, and my energy is here to do what your energy did, but it's this new soul experiencing it.
So she said it's been 2 years, going on for 2 years. And I feel like there's other animal spirits going on as well in her house, I was feeling. Did you see that too when you were in there, Mark?
Yeah. It's been 2 years. Maybe it's a spirit.
Because I really do feel Daisy just kind of going in, and maybe at first she kind of sniffed around her, but she's just in her area. Her energy is in her spot. But there may be other spirit happening, coming to sniff Roxy out. But I don't feel it's Daisy. She's just monitoring the situation.
Yeah, and kind of came in like as overviewer, sort of.
Yeah.
Looking to make sure that her place was filled by another capable soul, is what I feel like. And then she went, yeah, that's good. there may be a little bit of, back and forth. But I don't know if she's acting weird now, like acting buggy.
Okay. Yeah, I know it was hard when she got sick, when Daisy got sick. Yeah. Yeah, I think Roxy is just really sensitive to spirit. And I don't feel anything negative here, but I understand if you want to create a space where she's not having to deal with that, then you would take control of, and I think we talked about this a little bit before on how to kind of maintain your spirit arena, and just being intentional and creating that bubble of safety for Roxy.
It also feels a little bit like, rather than like ghosts, it feels like it could be like little nature spirits, like little like elementals or something.
Yeah, it's not negative.
No. And they do kind of tease her a little bit. So I don't know.
Oh, that totally makes sense, Mark.
Yeah.
That's kind of what because there's nothing, I'm not connecting into anything negative. It's just kind of like.
Yeah, I don't think either. But I don't know if you work with the garden or flowers. I don't know where you live or anything, if it's in the country or whatever. But there is some kind of, I feel like you work with nature spirits, and so they come in sometimes. I could be completely off, but that's what is coming. She says no. I guess no to all of that.
Anyway, well, Joanne, what we can tell you is that Roxy is not like being harassed by anything negative, that's for sure. But we do have a lot of nature animals around, so you could have that type of spirit inside the house as well, sniffing her out. But
well, and if you're in an area that has a lot of nature around it, that's kind of what I'm looking at, because
Bunnies, deer, bear,
the nature spirits are more abundant because you're in where it's kind of a more natural area. And sometimes they follow her in or something like that. That's what it feels like.
Birds, and yeah.
It's more playful though than
it's not nothing.
Even her running and hiding.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it might seem.
Yeah. Okay. Joanne talks to the birds. Yeah. So I think, you and yourself, as you connect with all the animal spirits in general, there's, as you talk to them and embrace that around you, it's kind of like there is no structure there to them. So they're just kind of running through and like that. So in this situation, you might want to empower Roxy then, and just talk to her about empowering herself and creating a little bubble for herself if she doesn't like it. Because that's just kind of how it's going to be, right? Because your connection to the animals. Anyways, blessings to you, Joanne. And thank you, everybody, for your questions today. And again, if you would like a more in-depth time and spend deep dive time, you can contact Mark at Spirit Whisperer or myself.
Yep. Please go visit me at my channel and go subscribe.
Yeah.
And subscribe to Debbie, but I feel like a lot of you probably already subscribed to Debbie. But come visit me and check me out over there. And I'd love to have you. And
yeah, we need to get Mark up over 1,000. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Getting
closer, but I would like to get to 1,000. That'd be great. Then I don't care anymore. I'm just.
It's always that first hump we need to get over.
Yeah, I'd just like to get to that number. Oh, and Donald Ware, yes, your animal is a raccoon. There's no doubt in my mind, no doubt in my body, no doubt in my soul.
Awesome.
There you go.
So we are hugging you all, and we are hugging all your your pet animal
Yes.
family. I always used to say fur family, but they don't all have fur.
No,
So I
some
can't
scales, some feathers.
really say
You
that
know,
anymore.
right.
So
I know.
then, and thank you moderators and Mims and everybody for putting all the extras in and keeping us all safe here. Love and light. And next week we're on Mark's channel, same bat time.
That's right, over on my channel. Can I do one quick program note?
Yes.
Tonight at 9:30 Eastern time, I might be sleepy, but I'm going on to the Soul Sisters channel. So if you guys are up, that's only 6:30 Pacific time. So that side should be up and awake. But come visit us. We won't be doing animals. That's just their normal mini reading. I mean, we might, but that's not going to be the main topic. So anyway, I'd love for you to come visit me over there. They're lovely, lovely readers and very nice ladies. And I'm so fortunate that they asked me to come visit them. So.
Yay. Okay, we'll see you tonight then on Soul Sisters. Blessings to you all.
Oh.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.